Hi guys, this is Tina from Shabbydabbydoodah. Welcome back to my channel. So if you followed my recent video, we started making a folio. I had lots of requests over the time for doing a folio together with you guys. So this is what we have done so far. And obviously if you didn't see the video and you're interested, you know, it's on my channel. So all we're going to be doing now is kind of decorating it up, adding potentially maybe a couple more flaps and, you know, details and interesting bits to kind of fold out and things like that. And maybe some kind of closures and stoppers and things to, you know, hold pieces down and, yeah, things like that really. So let's get cracking. I'm going to start by, I think, decorating up over here a little bit. And I might want to just have a little stopper here. So I've got a little brad and I've got some of my little kind of tags here. Now these are sort of thickish, you know, they're from a card making set. So they're the actual cards, you know, from a card making thing. So they're, you know, they're reasonably thick. But I'm thinking we could have, you know, a closure here or something. Or we might quite like to have some string actually. Let's just have a look. Just wondering which would be nicest. Oh, it's a tough decision sometimes, isn't it? So, well, let's decorate this bit under here first. So I'm going to just take some pretty paper. Let's decide which one to use. I printed some of this out on, you know, thinner paper, but unfortunately, the ones I want to use, you know, as is always the case, are actually on thicker paper. So, yeah, isn't that just absolutely typical? So I'm just going to take this one here, and I'm just going to tear it down with my tear ruler. Trying to use that a bit more this year. Okay. I mean, it's just a normal ruler, but I guess works, you know, like a tear ruler. I think that's the first time I've ever torn quite thick page with that, so I wasn't quite sure whether it was going to work, but luckily it did. So I'm going to have it like that. Okay. So we'll just glue this one down. Oh. And then what I thought that I would do is marry this up with some bird book images, you know, from a vintage bird book, because I thought it would look really, really pretty. I mean, these colours, they're super spring-like, aren't they? And, you know, quite birdie. Don't know what that means, really, to say they're quite birdie, but yeah. They just felt like they're quite birdie to me, so I think it will look quite pretty with birdie type themes going on in here. So these are some of the images that I've got. Pulled out a few pages. So let's have a look. See what we might like. I mean, these are gorgeous, aren't they? So I'm just going to, I think, tear around this one first. Okay. So really, really pretty. And then we're going to kind of back that onto some, oh, again, tough decision here. Are we going to back it onto some plainish kind of coffee dyed looking page? That was kind of on there. That looks really pretty, doesn't it? I mean, like, really lovely. So I just want to get rid of those, you know, really straight edges. Just don't really like the straight edges very much. So we'll just cut that down, or tear that down. Oh, it's a little bit small now. Oh well. Oh well, I've made it really tiny. Let me just see whether I can redo that with this piece. Let's try and leaving it a little bit bigger. Oh, I think I've made the same mistake again and torn it super tiny again. Oh, well. Let's have a look. Oh, that's a bit better. Yeah, that's a bit better. Okay, and then I've also got some doily. Now I have got some of this green doily, which I'd food coloured. Do we think that might be too much green, or do we think it's actually quite pretty having the lots of green? Let's go for it. Let's go for it. Okay, so I'm just going to glue this down. Okey-doke. Like that. I must admit, I do love making these folios, and actually I haven't made one for ages. I don't think actually since last summer, the tail end of the summer maybe. So I'd forgotten how much I do love making them, and yeah, they're really, really, really fun. So yeah, definitely want to make some more of these. I mean, they're really fun and they're really, really pretty. So, you know, I love making them. Yeah, that's pretty, isn't it? So I might glue that down with the fabric tack. Just because I think that's a little bit better with the doilies. You know, for not showing through quite so much. Okay. So just pop that down like that. Oh, that's so gorgeous, isn't it? I love that. Right, let's just ink up around the edge of here just to make him stand out a little bit more. I mean, I think he's standing out okay actually now that he's on the, you know, this coffee dyed paper, but just in case. Never hurts to, you know, give them an extra bit of a helping hand. So that's that. Now I've also got obviously the fussy cut pieces that go along with this kit. So I just wondered whether I want to have anything from here. So got that door. Let me just cut this out. I don't think I'm going to want the door on there, but who knows? You know, until you try things, sometimes you just can't tell. You know, and then it's only from trying things and you think, oh, you know, that looks really good there, or possibly you think completely the opposite. It looks really terrible. Okie dokie. Oh, that's quite nice there actually. I was thinking it would be a no, but I think perhaps it's a yes. That looks gorgeous there, doesn't it? Oh, I love that. Right, let's put that door down. Yeah, I just didn't really know how that was going to be, but my gosh, that looked pretty. Okay. Let me just put that down like that. Okay, and then we're going to just put the bird down exactly where the bird is. Okay. And all of the bits that I'm using on the papers, aside from the birds, which of course these are from a book, all of the background papers and the fussy cut pieces and things that I've used so far anyway are all from my spring tea kit. So like the door and yeah, the papers and things. So oh my gosh, that's so cute, isn't it? Right, that still hasn't helped me really, but whether to have string or whether to have a little closure. I mean, we could just have a big paper clip, I guess, but yeah, I think I would prefer to have. Right, let's just cut this piece out. So sorry about the lighting. It's gone really dark. I suspect it's about to chuck it down with rain. So I hope that the light is okay, but I know I've said this loads of times before. I can't really kind of odds it because if I turn my lamp on or my lights, I think the light just gets really terrible. You know, and then it just all looks really, really yellow. I mean, actually, I can barely even see to craft, and you could probably barely see, you know, what I'm doing at all. Okay. So we've got that one. Just wondering whether then, let me just grab, because I've got some green baker's twine. Let me just see. It might not be the right colour green. It's not the right colour green. I have got some yellow. Hold on. Oops. I have got some pale green. Oh no, that's lime, sort of lime green. So yeah, again, definitely not the right colour. Yeah, definitely not the right colour. Okay, right. Let's have a look. So we've got either this colour green, or we've got the yellow, or we've got the brown. In fairness, the brown might look quite good. And that might look quite nice, actually. Right, let me just undo this. I got this in Happy Mail. So let's just have a look. Obviously not the orange, of course. I don't think the yellow, but I think possibly the brown. Actually, I got this one in Happy Mail too. So super lucky there. Oh, come on. Right. Oh, I just don't know. They're both nice. I'm a little bit torn. I mean, this obviously looks more vintage. This looks brighter. But then does this kind of lift it and make it much more, I don't know, just prettier and sort of spring-like? I'm not sure. Oh, it's horrible when you can't decide, isn't it? So I'm just going to get my little doobries there. So we'll just ink those up. I mean, I could, I suppose, ink the baker's twine so as it's not quite so bright white, you know, with the green. Right, let me just put my brad in there. Could do with a wodge of pages, but oh well, that's what I'll have to do. Okay. Just put my brad in. Come on, come on. Didn't want to come out of that little tag then. Okay. Oh, this is such a tough decision. I really hate it when I can't decide, and I'm sure that you guys must hate it even more, watching me dither around endlessly. Oh gosh, do I want to be brave? That's the question. Shall I be brave? Shall I be brave and go with the green? Oh really, I mean, it's just not that big a deal, is it? I wish I was live. This is another one of those wish I was live, because you could all be telling me, and you know, you'd probably all just be saying to me, oh, for goodness sake, just make a decision. It's horrible watching you just dither around. Okay, right, I'm going to go for that. So I'm just going to glue this down because, of course, you know, I definitely want this down. Just going to cut those little bits off of those brads because they're a little bit long, and so they're just overhanging the edge of the circles just a tiny bit. Okay. Okay. So I'm just going to glue that down. Okie dokie. Now, do we want anything else, oops, on this piece of paper? Obviously, I quite like this thingy-majiggy, you know, to sort of trap the string under. But do we want anything else? Like, do we want any papers or anything like that as well? So let's just have a look. Right, just have a look and see whether we want to put any decorative paper in the background. Again, I'm kind of just wishing that I had thought a bit more carefully which papers I printed off on which paper. But yeah, of course I can't be bothered now to go down to the printer and reprint some things. So, oh, I think it does look nice with the addition of some paper, doesn't it? Yeah, so I don't want to kind of overdo it, but just a tiny bit. So, okay, just going to put this down. Okie dokie. There we go. And if you're following along with me doing this, you know, and you don't have a bird book, I mean, I'll just quickly show you. The bird book that I'm using is this one. I know I've used this before in another video. I can't remember what video it was, but it's Thorburns Birds by James Fisher. I've had this in my stash for a while. As I say, I have already been using it, you know, for something else. But, you know, you don't have to use birds. You could use, you know, anything. And as I say, I mean, this spring tea, you've got an ephemera piece of the kit as well. So, I mean, you could actually use just the ephemera pieces that came in the kit. You don't have to have the addition of the birds. I just thought that the birds would be, you know, a nice extra really for this. So yeah, you definitely don't have to have birds added. You know, you don't have to have birds at all. You could have something else completely, you know, completely up to you. And of course, you can do this in different papers altogether. You don't have to be using my papers that I'm showing or anything. They're just kind of suggestions, and just, you know, just in case you were following along, you know, exactly with what I'm doing. I'm just kind of trying to say, you know, you don't have to have kind of the birds. They're just a kind of extra really. So this one here, I'm just going to glue down directly on top of the string, and I will hot glue this. And then that will just trap the string. I mean, if you saw, I did actually put some Fabri-Tac holding that string down anyway. But as well, I'll just now trap it with the hot glue there. Okay. Super, super pretty. So then this will just wrap then round like that. Oops. Well, unless like me, you've glued your two circles together, in which case it's not going to want to wrap around. There we go. Okay. So I'll just trim that off. Like that. Okay, and then you've got obviously this here. So again, on this envelope, you may want to do like another pocket or something like that. So let's just put some decorative papers and things on here. Probably not that one now. Okay, let's just tear this one down. Honestly, the amount of times that this is irritating me, I should just go down and print some more papers off, shouldn't I? But I'm kind of all comfortable up here now and things, and yeah, just can't be bothered. I'm just making do now. Making do with what I've got. So got that one like that. And let's just have a look and see. I don't know whether I printed any of the journaling cards on thick enough paper. No. Oh gosh, I did a diabolical job of, you know, what I've printed on what paper, because the journaling cards, which of course should have been on the thicker paper, I've printed on thinner paper. And yeah, lots of the background papers I've printed on thick paper. Oh, honestly. Okay. Well, I've got this. Let's just cut this one down. Okey-dokey. And then maybe we might want to have a bird or something. I mean, that's not ideal on there because, of course, it's not really wide enough. Oh, isn't that annoying? Right, unless I use an envelope or something on there. Not that one, obviously. Okay. Oh, it's getting to that point where I'm going to have no choice but to go and print something off. Because I'm rapidly running out of all the bits that I brought along. You know, they're more and more not the bits that I would have quite liked to have. Right, let's just tear this little bird out. See if we can make this look good using the bits that we've got. Okay, so we could have it like that. I'm just wondering whether I might prefer the brown in the background here. So let's just tear that off. Let's just tear this down. Hold on. Oh, that's quite sweet, isn't it? What do you think? Do you think it matters that this is not full size? I mean, it is irritating me if I'm truthful. Yeah, it is irritating me quite a lot. Okay, unless I have, right. So I've got some thicker paper here and I'm just wondering whether, let's just cut that down like that. Oops. Oh, I should have used my tear ruler here, shouldn't I? Because now I've got those little bites, like mouse bites going down the edge. Oh, that's annoying. Right, let's just tear this down because otherwise it's not really fitting. Okay, so we could have it like that. And then what I'm thinking is, could we make a pocket here? Again, just let's trim that down. That might be better. And then, yeah, I think we'll have to do it like this, to be honest. You know, if I really am that lazy that I cannot be bothered to go downstairs, I think we're going to have no choice. No choice but to do this. So just tear this one. Might have kind of too many birds, but actually I think that looks quite sweet. So, right, let's put this one down. Like that. Okay. Okay, that looks pretty, doesn't it? And then this one, I'm just going to ink around the edge of this slightly. Oops, let's get rid of that little extra piece. I'm not going mad with the inking on this. Well, so far. I mean, sometimes I do then change my mind and I'll suddenly ink over the entire thing at the end. But yeah, I don't think I'm going to go too mad with the inking. Just kind of here and there. So again, might just ink around here a little bit, so this little bird stands out a bit more. Yeah, I mean, he's really super cute, isn't he? Now let me just see if I've got some more of that green doily. Sure that I have. Yep. Okay, oops. Let's bring that in. This might not look quite right here, actually. Just... Oh, it doesn't look too bad, actually. Yeah, let's have a little bit of that. Okay. And I mean, obviously, I've not put any lace anywhere as yet. And of course, I will be having lace. So, yeah, it will hopefully kind of really take it on to, you know, well, just take it on to another kind of, I don't know, style, I guess is the word, once we add some lace and things. So that will kind of alter the entire appearance once we've put some lace on. So again, just glue this one down. Okay. Like that. And then this one here, we can have like that. Now, just going to see whether we want anything else. So just cut this little sort of label out. Obviously, we're going to have that bird on there. I just wondered whether we might like something else as well. So, oh, sorry about that. My stomach's rumbling now. I'm getting hungry. It's going towards lunchtime now, so hunger is setting in. That's quite pretty, isn't it? And then let me just tear this big sort of bulky piece of page out of the way. That's quite pretty, isn't it? Right, let's just ink this one up. Okay. Yeah, I like how that looks. It's very pretty, isn't it? So we're just going to stick this one down. Like that. Okay. Yeah, these colours, they're so pretty. They're just my type of colour. I know, I say that all the time and you must think, oh gosh, she says it all the time. Like every colour is my type of colour. But I mean, in truth, it kind of is, because I love most colours. There aren't that many colours that I'm not fond of, to be honest. Yeah, there really aren't. I mean, I'm not probably so keen on yellow. I know this does have yellow in it, but because it's mixed with the green, it looks beautiful. So, you know, even yellow, I couldn't really kind of swear by, oh, it's not my type of thing, because there are times when mix it with the right colour and it's still then, you know, I still do love it. So, yeah, I just kind of love most colours, really. Right, just checking whether I want to have any more doily on here. Probably not. Probably this is kind of a step too far, but just check. Or maybe it's not. Yeah, maybe not. Always, it's always more is more, isn't it? So, you know, very rarely do I kind of try things out and then think, oh no. Well, I guess that's a bit of a sweeping statement, but, you know, I think most of the time, I think more is more. And yeah, it kind of always does look better with more stuff rather than less. obviously that's just my opinion. Now what we could do is somehow stick this down. Oh, well, the bird might muck it up. I was going to say, and leave it like a sort of tuck. I was thinking that we could then tuck some sort of flap in there, but actually I don't think that's going to work. Yeah, I don't think that's going to work. Let's just have a quick think about it. I've also got my coffee dyed, food coloured papers here, because I just wondered whether we do want any kind of, you know, flaps or anything. I don't know whether I might be better with them in coffee dyed rather than the green. Let's just have a look. Okay, let's just cut this down. So I'm thinking, you know, if we could just fold that over there, and then we could hook it on like a sort of foldy piece here. I don't think that's going to work, is it? So let me just trim that down. Okay. Right. We neaten that edge up a bit. Could even tuck it in that way, to be honest. It might sort of be neater. So that would be there. Now, do we like it in the green, or do we think, hello gorgeous,
I just have 2 bowls of salad and like
2 bowls of salad? Wow,
some grapes.
has someone replaced you? You're like a different girl, aren't you? My gosh, yeah, you were loving that salad last night at dinner, weren't you?
Yeah.
As well. So okay. And we'll just then ink around here. Okay, so I've inked around that, and I'm just wondering now whether, let's just tear this down. Don't know whether I'm going to make a very good job of tearing that there, but never mind. I just trim that top bit down. It's turned out not that nice now, hasn't it? It's kind of rainy and not so nice. Just going to check whether my little bird that's under here. Oh, thank you, sweetie.
Well, it's really pretty because I like the blue and stuff. It's really pretty.
Thank you, darling.
Actually, it looks beautiful.
Oh, thank you, sweetheart. So I'm just going to ink this up around here. Oh, look, my printer had not printed quite to the edge, so just trim that off. Okay. Right, so if we have that there, I was thinking, could we have the bird on there, or do we think the bird was better underneath? Do we like the green flap? Or do we think it would be better with coffee dyed paper? Let me just get some coffee dyed paper, because it may be, well, that's not coffee dyed, but it's ivory anyway, so let's just try that instead. Again, this is just a piece that was like lingering around on my desk, so I just love it when you can just use things that are laying about. Okay. Just need to trim it down to approximately the length of the other one. Okay. Look. Oh, and of course that now doesn't fit, but it does that way. Not quite, but not too bad. Oh, I can't decide now. Let me just ink it up a bit. Sorry, I've gone into dithering mode. It's because it's getting near lunchtime. And as soon as you feel hungry, you know, I don't know about you guys, but any source of brain power that was there, it just goes out the window completely. I guess we could have it like that. And yeah, I mean, I would need to trim that down a bit. See, and now I have gone into the inking mode. So now everything's suddenly getting inked up. And I had literally just said, hadn't I? Oh, I'm not going to madly ink everything. And now I've gone into inking everything. Well, perhaps that's because I've used this. Right, let me find a piece of coffee dyed paper so that I'm not then not making things up. Right, because this one I won't have to ink. So yeah, let's try this one. I'm just going to again fold that over. I mean, this is not the thickest, it's got to be said. But it's not coffee, it's not copy paper, but it's not, you know, particularly thick either. So, right, just need to trim that down quite a bit here. Yeah, we're going to do a jigsaw puzzle, aren't we, this afternoon? Yeah, we quite like doing puzzles, don't we, sweetie? We did a puzzle a couple of weeks ago, and yeah, we quite like doing them. So we're going to go and do that in a little while. Well, we might not do the whole puzzle, but it's not the biggest puzzle. I think it's a couple of 100 pieces. So, but it is. Actually, I can't remember. Was it the? It might have been the UK, or it could have been. It could have been even the globe, to be honest. I just recall some sort of map, just some sort of map on there. So who knows? But yeah, it's probably.
I think it's a jigsaw map. Yeah, it is. Like a map.
Yeah, I can't really remember, but anyway, hopefully it will be fun. So. Right, let's just trim this down. Oh, this is fiddly. Okay. Okie dokie. There we go. So I just wondered whether I might like the teapot on here. It's quite sweet, doesn't it? So I think what I would do is trim into here to get rid of that white space. So I'm just going to go, yeah, in here like that, and then trim around that white space. Now this is because I am not great with a craft knife, so for me I just find it easier to snip a little, you know, piece where it would have like a natural join, if you see what I mean, and then I can go in and then cut it out, and then once I glue that down you won't notice that, is the theory. And I will, of course, just ink that up a little bit to get rid of that tiny white space where you can still see a bit. Oh, I don't know now where I would prefer to have that. I prefer it there and have the bird on here. Or would I prefer just the teapot without any background paper? Well, let's glue this piece down because, yeah, I'm definitely wanting this piece here. So, okie dokie. So that's that piece there, like that.
I think I did a good.
Oh, beautiful, darling. Absolutely gorgeous.
I didn't even stamp it.
You're so clever. You're a clever girl.
I'm going to copy another one. Did one, didn't I? Okay.
You did, sweetie, yeah. Right, let me clean my glue nozzle off. It's because I've been keeping it upside down. It just then gets very runny into the lid. But, you know, I figure that that's kind of preferable to having me mucking about with the glue endlessly, so... Oh my gosh, what did I just say about me mucking about with the glue? No sooner had I said it than then the glue starts mucking about.
That was just siren. That was really, really loud.
Yeah, the siren, it was really, really loud, wasn't it?
And somebody probably got hurt again. Well, it might be the
I think that was the police. I think that was a police siren.
no.
Okay, so that's that one. Honestly, I'm just dithering around endlessly with this piece. I cannot decide for the life of me, do I have that on there or not? I mean, I like it because I like having, you know, the more flaps, the more fun it seems. Well, do you know what? I'm going to glue that down so it's kind of on there. And then I might come back to that once I've got some more bits decorated because, you know, that might kind of sway me one way or another. Okay, so that's there. Okay. Right, looking good. Well, hopefully you guys think it's looking good. That's that piece. So we want to now just go on and obviously decorate this envelope here. So this one's got obviously that decorative paper on the inside already. So we'll just put some decorative paper on here. Again, I'm regretting my choices of what I printed on the copy paper. I'm wishing that I had printed the other pieces on the copy paper, but never mind. All right. Yeah, I do, darling. Very, very good. Oh, she loves drawing. I know I've said this so many times before, but if you've been watching my Tidy Fridays, I dug out stamps and then I did gift some to my daughter that I thought that she would really like. I can't remember, I might be repeating myself here, but anyway, she never uses things in the conventional way that I kind of imagine her to use them. So she's been drawing the things that are the stamps, if you see what I mean. So, you know, instead of stamping with them, she's been, you know, copying them and drawing what's on them. Oh, look, you see? Now that's why people measure, isn't it? Yep, that's why people measure. Oh, well, never mind. I'm going to have to come in a bit more with that, which, of course, I'm not going to be able to do that with my ruler because I would make a hideous job of doing that. So I will have to, or I'll have to cut it down and then hopefully try and rough up the edge a bit. Okay. Sort of like that, I think. So, and the top edge is still, you know, still from the original piece of paper, so I'll just have to rough up the top edge as well. Okay. Okay, so that looks quite pretty, doesn't it? So I'm going to pop that down there. Like that. Okay, plenty of glue on there. Oops, nearly glued it on upside down, look. Hold on, sweetie. Oops, let me get my glue spreader. Oops, where did I put my glue spreader? I don't know. Let me just get my card. Another one, that is, another card. Okay. So we'll just then glue that down there. Gorgeous. Oh, I love you, darling. Oh, gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous.
I think it looks actually like I just did.
Looks really pretty. Okay, so I'm just going to trim this little frame out. Are you wanting to show your drawing?
Yeah. It's like,
Oh, so cute. Look at that bunny. And then the log with the butterflies. Oh, that looks gorgeous, darling.
I put an extra butterfly in it.
It looks really pretty. Really pretty.
I don't know how I did it. It's just, I can't see if I did really hard this.
Oh, it looks lovely. Okay. Right, nearly done. Okay, some doily. Right, I will just ink around this piece because, of course, to get rid of any, you know, rubbish looking edges where I've cut that. Okay, like that. And then I'm just wondering whether we could have another little bird in there. So maybe this one, or maybe we want a darker one. No, let's have a look at this one first. Okay, just tear him down. Oh, it's getting really windy outside now. Okay, he looks quite pretty like that, doesn't he? Or do we think that's too lined up and he should be this side maybe? Yeah, maybe he should be that side. Yeah, I think probably that looks better. Does he need a bit of brown somewhere? Kind of thinking, does he need, yeah, something brown in the back? Let's just have a look and see what else I've got. Okay. Oh, that's annoying because now I've torn through the bits with brown. So let's have a look. I mean, because maybe we could have had another door, but yeah, I've torn through that one. Let's see what I've got here. Okay, I've got this one. No, hold on. Maybe I just need some browner sort of paper on there, so let's just have a look. Just wonder whether I needed, you see, just something to kind of tie in the two sides, but maybe not, to be honest. Oh, that just looks weird, doesn't it? Oh, I don't know, because now I've taken this off, I think, oh, actually, maybe it didn't look weird, maybe it looks okay. So let's tear this piece down. Where's that piece of doily gone now? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm thinking I need something brown on this side. It's a shame that they don't have any more of those doors printed off, because they would, I think, look quite good. But I do have some coffee dyed doily rather than the green doily, so let's just give that a try. Not sure about that either. Okay, right, let me now have a little bit of a look around in what I've got here. I've got this like Paris label. I mean, it's quite orange, but let's have a look. Okay, and I've got some of my numbers, so let's have a look. Well, I say I've got some of my numbers. Now, of course, I can't see those either. I have got one of these. Got a couple of little bits, funnily enough, that are sort of tones of brown. So I'll just pull out, you know, just anything that vaguely might look okay. Whoa. Okay, let's have a look. Yeah, that's too orange, I think. It's looking very bright. This might tone it down slightly. Or this. Well, I think, quite like this here. I think that's quite pretty. So just going to tear it down so as I get a better shape on the edge. So we're just going to pop this one down here. Okay, and just pop that one there like that. Okie dokie, and just spread that a bit. Do you know, I'm actually just thinking maybe this coffee dyed piece, you know, from the first page, maybe we need something like that here. Maybe he should be higher like that. Looks quite nice, doesn't it? And I just wonder. Oh. Well, I quite like that actually. I said higher, and now look, I've brought him practically as low as he could possibly go on there. Okay, well, I quite like him like that, so let's just go for that. Right, okay, so pop that there. And we're just going to have the frame behind, and then of course the bird. So I just sort of bring the bird in, because that will help me just determine where the frame needs to go. So yeah, the frame's kind of there like that. Okay. Oh, that's beautiful, sweetie. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Right, okay, let's just ink up this bird a little bit, because we've done that, I think, with all of the others. So just ink around that edge a bit. Like that. And then actually I'm going to have him a bit more like over there. And then I might put a flower or something on here as well, just to finish it off. And then I'm going to have to call it quits, because my phone is now flashing low battery, so it's going to give up on me, I think, in a minute. Okay. Oh, that's quite nice up there. I mean, it's a little bit lost, you know, little bit kind of, what's the word, like buried in there, but it does look quite pretty. I mean, it's a shame that it's not more visible, but let's just put that on. It's a really nice stamp, actually. Okay, that looks pretty, doesn't it? And then, oops, Oh, unless we have the teapot here. Oh, that's kind of quite cute, isn't it? So I'm just going to ink up, you know, where I cut out that, you know, the handle, to get rid of that white edge, and I will go around the whole thing to get rid of any other shoddy cutting. Okay, like that. Okay, so I'm just going to pop that down. Okay, and then we're just going to, I'm just going to dab that off onto my hand, and we'll just put that there. Okay, press that down, make sure it's glued, and you see where I've then cut out the, you know, the handle. Once it's glued on, it's not really noticeable, because that just looks like the mark where it's attached to the jug. So, and for me, that's definitely a much easier method than using obviously a craft knife, which, you know, I'm not too great with a craft knife. So yeah, okay, so it's coming along quite nicely now, and yeah, we're getting somewhere, I think, with our different pages and elements and what have you. So I hope that you quite like it, and yeah, hopefully you'll join me again next time, where we will do a bit more work on the folio, and yeah, hopefully it will be all coming along really nicely. So thank you so much for watching, and hopefully see you guys soon. Thanks then. Bye.